Hey, third graders. I figured that while we are away from school right now, it is a good time to tell you a little bit more about myself. So this is just a fun video where I'm going to share some things about me, some pictures of me from maybe now, from when I was a kid, and hopefully you can learn a little bit more about me. This is completely optional to watch. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you do want to watch it, once you are finished, if you want to share in the comments below something about you that maybe we don't know, you are welcome to do that. And then we can get to know even more about each other. So on this page, you will see 5 different pictures. In picture 1, that is me when I was about probably close to 1 years old. I did not get hair for a very long time, so I was a bald baby for quite a while. This next picture in picture 2, that is my kindergarten picture. Obviously, I had grown hair by then. And then in picture 3, I'm not sure what age that is, probably 3 or 4. That is a picture of my mom, and my mom is reading me a story. And if you look at picture 4 in the bottom left-hand corner here, in picture 4, that is a picture of my mom. Her name is Anne. And then my dad, his name is Tom. And that is a picture of them while they were up north. We have a cabin up north in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, and they had just finished playing a round of golf. My family, my aunts and uncles and cousins and everybody, they love to play golf. They play golf all the time in the summer. I am not that into golf. I haven't practiced it a whole lot, but it's not something that I um, do too often. In picture number 5, that is a picture of me and my older sister. Her name is Alyssa. She is 3 years older. So right now I am 30. I'll be 31 in May, and Alyssa will be 34 in July. That's when her birthday is. I would say I'm probably in about 5th grade, maybe, in this picture. So then she would be in about 8th grade in that picture. Now, if you look at this page, in picture number 6, that is a picture of me with my grandma. My grandma's name is Nancy, and she was born with it spelled Nancy, which is the typical way to spell Nancy. However, she wanted to be unique. So when she became old enough, her mom let her change the way that she spelled her name, and she spells it now Nancee, so she can be unique, so she can be a little bit different. So this is us at her 90th birthday party. She turned 90 about 3 years ago. Her birthday is at the end of August, August 28th, so she'll be 94 this August. In picture number 7, that is a picture of my dog Buster. He is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. He was my family pet growing up. I love him and I miss him every day. Unfortunately, he passed away, I would say about 6 or 7 years ago, just from old age. But he was a super, super cute and super good puppy. In pictures 8, there's 2 pictures there. That is a picture of me with my mom and then me with my dad at my college graduation. I went to college at Winona State University, and that is where I went to school to become a teacher. And Winona is probably about, if you don't know, it's probably about an hour and a half or so from Red Wing if you keep going down south in Minnesota. And then in picture number 9, that is actually a picture of, obviously, me. I'm right here in the picture. Me with all the girls in my 5th grade class. So that is a picture of me when I was in the 5th grade, which is, pretty close to your guys' age, a couple of years older. Obviously, we were being silly in that picture. We were all giving each other bunny ears, trying to be funny. And then some things that I'm interested in here, or things that I like to eat too, my favorite foods. In picture number 10, that is a picture of chips and queso. I love chips and queso. I could have it every single day probably if it was healthy. Unfortunately, it's not. Um, in picture number 11, I love to color pictures. That's something that I find very calming. So there's a picture of a tree that I colored a couple years ago. I also love to be just artistic in general. So in picture number 12, I followed a step-by-step drawing tutorial on YouTube on how to draw the different Pokemon. And then I drew those onto 3 different canvases, and I painted them in and I outlined them in black Sharpie, and they turned out pretty cool. I'm not super into Pokemon, but I had painted those for a friend. So they turned out very odd. I think they turned out nice at least. In picture number 13, another one of my hobbies is reading. These books are books that I had bought for our classroom a couple of years ago, I think, for read aloud books. I don't think we've read any of them so far this year. Um, in the past, I've read Class Dismissed. That's a good book. And then when we were doing the reading train, I believe I read Counting by Sevens one of the days at least. And picture number 14, one of my hobbies is I love going outside and hiking and exploring outside. So this picture is beautiful. I think it was taken, I went to Duluth, I think it was 2 summers ago. And here is a picture. We went to go visit a state park, and here is a picture from our hike. My mom and I went there from our hike through that state park. And it just has the cool rock formations and just kind of cool rocks and everything all over the state park. It was very cool to explore. Then, picture number 15, another one of my favorite foods is sushi. I love it. I think it's delicious. However, I am allergic to seafood and shellfish. And so when I get sushi, I don't get it with like crab or salmon or things like that. I get mine usually just with like cucumber and avocado, um, or asparagus, more so just vegetables because I can't have the seafood that usually gets put into um, sushi. And then in picture number 16, this is a picture looking down at the dock at my family's cabin. My family has a cabin up in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. And this cabin was actually built by my grandpa, my mom's dad. So my mom's dad and my grandma, and then I'm sure a bunch of other people helped build this cabin when my mom was little, when my mom was growing up, and we still use it today. My entire family goes up there, so my aunts and uncles and cousins, and my grandma doesn't go up there now that she's a little bit older, but she used to. And it's super fun. We like to go swimming in the lake. We like to go on boat rides if we're able to. We have a fishing boat that we like to go on and go fishing sometimes. There is no internet and there is no TV up there. So when we are up at the cabin, we just get to kind of unplug from technology and enjoy time uh, with my family. It's super fun. We also like to play cards and stuff too when we're up at the cabin. We play a lot of card games, which is also very fun. So as you guys know, I taught in Thailand for 6 months. Thailand is a country in Asia, and if you guys can remember, when we play the game In Plain Sight, the elephant that we used to hide for that game, remember that actually came from Thailand. I bought that in Thailand. So here are some other pictures from my trip in Thailand. In picture number 17, there was a super cool statue that I took a picture with. And if you can see, just compare it to the size of me sitting down, and then compare that to the size of the statue. It was a pretty tall statue. And then in picture number 18, in Thailand, they have a ton of different temples and places of worship. So here is an example. Here's a picture of one of the temples that we went to go see. In picture number 19, these are the friends that I went to Thailand with. So I am on the left, and then next to me is one of my best friends, Ashley. I have known her since I was about 4 years old. We grew up across the street from each other. And then the other girls we met when we were in Thailand. So then there is our friend named Kat, who's in the middle, and then Megan, and then the last girl on the right, her name is Grace. And we, on the weekends in Thailand, after we taught all week, we would go and we would travel to different parts of the country. So in this picture, we were up north in a place called Chiang Mai in Thailand, and we were taking a cooking lesson that day. Then, on that note, in picture number 20, that is what we had made at the cooking class. We made a few different things too, but that is pad thai. It's a popular Thai dish that people eat. It's like a peanutty noodle dish, and you can have chicken with it. You can have whatever meat would like in it. And then there's some lime, and there's a bunch of other different vegetables. It is delicious. So that is a little bit about me. I hope you enjoyed listening to it and looking at the pictures with me. If you would like to share something about you, again, please share something interesting about you that maybe we don't know in the comments below. Have a good day.